Check it out, guys. Got the sick wall mount for the bike now. Colby's here in today's episode. That's the most random intro ever. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is being recorded on Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to you, bros. Colby and I don't have girlfriends.
No, we
and
don't.
Our roommate Kevin has a girlfriend, and she's here, so we have been banned to the garage. But that's okay, because in the last week I've been putting some work in off camera, which I don't usually like to do, but I was just sandblasting a lot of stuff, and I just felt like it wasn't going to be entertaining. Yeah, like what, you guys want to just peer in through the hazy glass at the sandblaster for an hour and a half? No, but I sandblasted a bunch of components on the Porsche engine, so I want to just go ahead and quickly show those to you guys. I've done the bell housing, both the motor mounts, and then a few of the components for the throttle body. And then looking at the backside of the engine, I've done the exhaust manifold, this heat shield, and just trying to make it look as good as possible because, I mean, it is a Porsche after all. And also, I didn't realize how good that those would look after being sandblasted. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have seen them before and after pictures, and it actually made like a huge difference. So the plan is to get this engine back in the car, hopefully within the week. I have a lot of homework I gotta do, but I'm pretty close. I went around today and got a bunch of just random nuts and bolts I needed. I sourced some bell housing bolts, and I also needed motor mount bolts, so those are in the car, and just random things. So once I get it in the car, then I will probably pull the cam tower off and the intake manifold and go and sandblast those too. Oh yeah, I did the fuel rail as well. And I need to get some sort of coating on the fuel rail and the exhaust so that way they don't just rust immediately. But yeah, just a lot of cool stuff coming with this. I know I haven't been super active on YouTube lately, but I've just been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. The plan for today is now, wait, where did I put it? Oh gosh, look at this table. No, oh, it's over here. So this is the clutch fork. I sandblasted this as well, and it had needle bearings in it. So these are the old needle bearings right here. So we went to the shop earlier and we had to manufacture a little press adapter piece. So we put this little piece of aluminum on the lathe and we just made that so that way we could press these out of the clutch fork. It's just been this whole thing, and I couldn't really record it for you guys, so I'm sorry about that. But we have these out of here now, so I have new needle bearings that I need to put in here. I probably should have taken them with me when I went to the shop, but I believe I can just get them in there on the vise. It just would have been hard to get those out on the vise. So a few things to do. We'll get that inside the bell housing, get that all closed up for good. And then, oh yeah, we need to weld something too. So today's video is kind of just like a random maintenance thing, and Colby is going to be in here keeping me company because we're trapped. Yep. Send help, please. We're trapped.
Send help.
I just have so many freaking car parts. It's getting ridiculous. I'm trying to get this engine in the car so that way I can make space in here and put this table away. This needs to go inside the bell housing. This is the, what is it? The throw bearing guide tube thing. And then these are the new needle bearings.
Yeah, you got an Amazon package like every day this week.
Yeah, this is just the mailman.
Every day this week.
The poor delivery drivers have just been going off. Yeah, so these are the new needle bearings. Come on, focus for me. Focus.
Wow, it doesn't like you.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah, so these are pretty nifty. They're called needle bearings because the bearing runners are kind of long. They're kind of like way back in the day, like the Egyptians would have moved stones using logs. Same concept with a needle bearing. They have like a weird shape. But we're going to go ahead and try to squeeze these into the clutch fork using the vise. As I said before, I should have just taken it to the machine shop, but here. I'm gonna hand you guys off to Colby.
Oh,
you got him? You can flip the screen around too.
Oh.
Don't blind them. Don't blind them. Well, our vise is too big. We're going to have to get a new one.
Too big?
I don't know if there's like an inside or outside. I think that... Nah.
I think they're the same way.
I'm putting the words to the inside because the words look ugly.
Maybe? Maybe?
Ow, I just pinched my thumb.
Oh yeah, she's getting in there. Look at that.
It needs the press. You can just use a vise.
Just use a vise.
I don't know how far to press it.
I think it was literally just in there like that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
When we popped it out, it was...
There's a lot of stuff you guys don't see. I get a lot of hate on the internet, on Facebook. I'm just kidding. I don't use Facebook. I'm not 50, but
yeah.
No, like a lot of you guys have just been giving me crap. I mentioned this in the previous video. I think a lot of my friends have pulled the oh, Kaidan never finishes anything card, and like you guys just don't understand the extent to which I'm taking this. There's just a lot of small details that, yeah, sure, I could have just thrown the thing together like a month ago, but...
come on, you sandblasted.
Yeah. Look how shiny this clutch fork is. The reason why there's bearings right here is because there's a little collar that slides through them. And I have it. 1 second. I'll get it. Just 1 second.
He lost it.
Don't worry.
It's.
I'll get it.
He lost it.
As I was saying before,
He's got it.
Yeah, before my clutter was rudely interrupting me, there's a little collar. This is that collar, and it goes through here. So if we lined up these bearings properly, this should. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, there you go.
This goes inside the bell housing, and then it rotates about this collar, and then this will go behind the throwout bearing. I guess I could just show them.
Oh, yeah. You could just show them on the car.
It's fine. Well, I'm nervous to show them because I don't know how this goes on there. We're still trying to figure it out.
Fair enough.
We need to take this bell housing off here. These are my brand new bell housing bolts that I got. Just give me a second. Okay. That's for sure above average, bro. It's longer than my finger, bro.
Yeah, that's above average.
That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's
big.
massive. This is where the starter goes, and then this is where the slave goes into the bell housing. So the slave has to push against that little thing. I don't... What do you call that? So if the slave comes in here...
The ball joint's gotta go down.
Yeah, this has to be facing the opposite way. So it's going to be going like... I think this might all have to go on at the same time. Because this has to be around the throwout bearing like this. When the slave pushes on this, it should pull this out. It needs to, because it's going to pivot around this.
Oh, so you gotta put it...
This could get tricky fast.
What if... Yeah.
Set that on there first.
Set that on there first.
And then it kind of...
Then try.
Yeah. Jeez. Oh. Okay, so this is pretty precarious. Colby's got his fingers up in there.
I'm holding you guys like...
Yeah.
Yep. we got this.
I think it...
Oh.
Okay, now hold still,
okay,
Colby.
I'm holding...
Where's the collar?
Right over here by my foot.
Oh,
over
God.
here.
Oh.
You got it. There you go.
Now,
All right, let's see.
Where was that sleeve?
Where
does it go in?
Isn't it right here?
Yes. Wait, no, it's on the opposite side.
No, other side. Other side.
Right there. Right, now, this is the weird part, because I can't see.
That's true. I think you got it through half.
You know what?
What?
I just realized we have to take this all off.
Why?
Because...
What did we forget?
This has to go inside the bell house. But at least we know how to do it now.
Yeah, we know how to do it.
Oh, dude, yes.
Yes.
Did you not angle the camera that whole time?
I don't think I did.
God.
I think I was literally staring at that while you were trying to find it.
Might as well just use a tripod.
Sorry, horrible cameraman for a minute there.
Oh, crap.
Oh, look at that though. Yo.
It's like cranberry sauce.
It's like cranberry. It's Thanksgiving in this.
We got some nice cranberry sauce. Goes well with stuffing and also with throw bearings. Oh, it's awful.
Why did you sniff that? That was so dumb.
I'm just going to put a little bit inside the throw bearing right here because this car has the throw bearing guide tube on the bell housing, and you know what? I should have watched more forums, but I just have a feeling that if I just lube this, it's just going to make life better.
Easier.
Yeah. What if it's like, no, you're not supposed to do that?
It's just like, nope, you are not supposed to do that at all. And you're like,
people on Facebook forums like, nah, idiot.
All right, I don't have it yet. All right.
It should be in your hand.
Okay. It's in my hand. And then you put it around it first?
Yep.
There you go.
And then the bell housing goes on, and I'm going to have to move it down, right?
Yep.
Just... Oh. I was like, why is it going in? It's because the guide tube is in there.
It's because the guide tube's got a... Oh!
Nice.
Nice. Is it still on?
Yes.
All right. Nice. That one's it's all the way on. Now I can let go.
Yep. Now that you've lubed up your shaft,
you're gonna insert your shaft.
Insert the shaft into the hole.
Yeah, there it is. It's in.
Yeah, you're right. Next up, we're gonna do some welding. If you take a closer look at my exhaust header, you can see that it's cracked, and that sucks. But it's a common issue with these cars, and I've gone and sandblasted this, so it's a nice surface to weld to. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this little like I don't even know. I don't know if this is factory or if this was welded on here to try to keep it from cracking. I can't really tell. But I'm going to cut this off, and then I'm going to weld the pipe where it needs to be, and then I'm going to weld this piece back on to try to add some rigidity. Okay, so I was cutting and I've noticed that this weld is just a lot bigger than I thought it was. But then I thought to myself, well, I can just patch that little hole and then I can get a little piece of steel and patch this backside here. And then if that middle part is cracked, exhaust won't be escaping. There shouldn't be a leak because it'll be sealed off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weld over these cracks and then cover up those little gaps, and it should work. And even if it does crack, this isn't a permanent exhaust, so it'll work for now.
There's a man right here.
We've come a long way.
We've come a long way from...
It might not seem like it, but I did not see myself doing this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. You know, turning on the welder might help. I blew a hole by accident, but I was able to like fill it in while I was welding. I wish you guys could have seen my POV because it was like, I got to the thickest part of the gap that I was telling you guys about, and the metal around my weld pool started just like melting away from me, and I was like, oh God, but then I just kind of, you know, gave him the old nail the white, like you learned in art class, 7th grade. Did it just fine.
Hell yeah.
Get some of the slag off of here so I can expose a little more of my crack. I need my crack to be exposed.
Crack this? Nice.
Teach that crack a lesson.
Teach that crack a lesson.
Ain't no TIG weld, but it's cast iron. Gets the job done.
Works.
Welding on the curve. I'm not very good at welding vertically, so once I get, it's like slowly the metal starts dripping quicker, and I'm like, oh God, oh God. Now that we've gotten all those welds done, we're gonna cut out this little piece of steel so I can patch this. I'm just gonna cut this little triangle out of here, and then we'll just weld that on there. It's gonna go right in there. Oh, look at that.
That's like perfection.
Days later.
All right, so it's been a couple days since I picked up the camera. I had a midterm, and then after the midterm, I went and I took the welded header back to the machine shop for some more sandblasting. I think it came out pretty good. Oh, let me see if I can get this to look a little better. There we go. Yeah, so I think it came out pretty good. There's a couple little spots on the welds that I'm not super proud of, but considering it came out of that flux core welder, I'd say I did a pretty good job. Also, I did some research and I found out that welding cast iron can be kind of difficult because in America there's like 4 different types of cast iron, and this came from Europe, so that adds even more confusion, and without knowing the carbon content it can be hard to know exactly what conditions you need to weld it in and all this stuff, and just became this huge mess, and I was confusing myself by trying to learn more. So I'm happy that I was able to just cover up the cracks and make it look kind of smooth. If you look close, there's like, I mean, it's not perfect, but a little bit of flap disking and sandblasting looks fine to me. So in the next episode, I am putting this engine in the car. There's no question about it. That's the next step. So those of you that have been watching for a while, you'll know that I keep saying it, and I keep saying all the time that I'm getting it ready for the car, and it never happens, but it's finally ready. All the rest of the things that I want to do, I can do after I get the engine in the car, because I need to take this off of here, and I want to take the intake manifold off and sandblast those, but it's going to be easier to do that with the engine in the car. So if you aren't already, make sure you subscribe and tune in for the next video, because we're putting it back in. It's not going to start for a little bit, but it's going to be in the car and it's going to look awesome. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out and dream big.